channel. Yeah, I wanted to do something really special for this, so I decided that I wanted to do The Little Mermaid Ariel in my own style. I did kind of do some sketches for the sort of style I want to go for. This is also kind of a redraw in a way. Sorry, I think I'm catching a cold. Yeah, this is kind of a redraw in a way. I did this piece probably about 2 years ago. This is when I was trying to practice doing watercolors. This is actually a piece I'm actually quite proud of, but I kind of want to redraw it digitally in my style now because she's actually very important to me. So yeah, as you can see, I've like kept the pose. I just really like it. For some reason it was really hard to redraw. Yeah, so I've kept this like swirling, quite loose pose in her tail, and then kept it quite almost like, I don't know, like a longing pose, because obviously she's longing to go into a different world, which I totally relate to. As you can see, I've not drawn her hair on here. I was really focusing on the pose. So that's what I sketched out first, and I scanned it into my computer, and the next part of this video is going to be me digitally drawing the rest and refining it and colouring it. I wanted to explain why this character means so much to me, and basically she was the whole reason why I became an artist, so it's very important to me, and I thought it was a great way to introduce myself to YouTube. So yeah. I've been in love with this character for nearly my entire life. I love the film, I love the artwork, I love the characters, and this is probably the very first film I remember watching as a kid. So this film has had a massive influence on me and my art style. I draw a lot of mermaids. Most of my characters are mermaids because of this film. When I was younger, I wanted to be a mermaid. So yeah, you can say that I'm slightly obsessed with mermaids. I do have my own style of drawing mermaids. I don't really follow the same Disney style for mermaids. I add like fins and these weird little like big, well they're not little at all, big ears that are sort of look like fins, and I add gills to their necks, and I even give them webbed hands, but you can't really see it in this sketch because her hands are clasped together. Now that I've completed the digital sketch layer, I'm going to go in again with a line art layer. Does anyone else actually like doing line art? I hear so many people complain about doing line art, but I find it so relaxing. I like just following the lines and figuring out line depth and everything that I need to make the piece look good. I've always really enjoyed it, and so many people complain to me, say, oh, line art's the worst part of any drawing. But I actually really enjoy it, either it be digitally or traditionally. You wouldn't think it from this video footage, but I've been drawing digitally for 8 years. Even though I have been drawing digitally for so long, I've only had Photoshop since I was like 17 and only really mastered it until I was 19. And then when I came to university, that all completely went out the window and I learned completely new tricks. So yeah, it really does show that you can keep learning things about a medium. I am still learning to this day how to use Photoshop because it's such a massive program. Here I'm thickening up the line art. In some areas this can look really effective, and I've always done this. I always make like the outline of the character look thicker. I just think it gives a bit more dimension to them. And then normally on the inside of the character I have the line art a little bit thinner. I don't know, it just gives that little something to my artwork. Now that I've completed the line art layer, I'm going in with a clipping mask layer. This is so useful. I normally set it to a really bright color so I can see the rest of the colors that I'm using as actual layers. This really helps to see if I've missed any spots or anything, because it's really hard to see when you've just got like a white or a very light background. I would definitely suggest this to any budding digital artist. Now that I've got all the flat colours down, I actually changed the transparency of her fins and her ears. This just helps bring the whole character together because mostly fish fins are transparent, so I wanted to incorporate that into the style. And we continue on to shading. I don't actually have my own method of shading. I'm still trying to find it. So actually in the speed paint I do two different methods. I've got one where I'm just using a very soft shading technique with a soft brush, and the other is with very flat colors and then using the blur tool. And you'll see later on that my recording software absolutely hated it. My computer hates it when I use the blur tool. It just slows everything down. So if I'm going to be recording something from now on, I'm going to have to find a different technique so that it doesn't slow down my computer and it doesn't have a meltdown. I'm definitely going to have to explore this a little bit more. This is always something I've struggled with. I absolutely hate shading, and it's something I really do need to practice. But funny enough, I like shading when I'm using markers, so maybe I need to translate that into my digital work. Here I am adding some little cartoony scales to her tail. I actually don't really do this when I'm just kind of sketching mermaids. I just kind of leave the tail blank. I actually really want to learn how to colour, shade and highlight scales. Definitely gonna have to look up some references of fish tails to do it properly. I like this little cute method of doing it. It's nice and quick and it just gives the tail a little effect to it. And my favourite part of the entire piece, adding those little eye shines. And here it is, my finished piece of Ariel. It's amazing how much you can change in a year and if you use a completely different medium. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to make more videos like this, maybe some different ones, and maybe me even trying to use watercolours because I can't use them at all. Hate them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you later. Bye!